expecting more of the same in Game 2, where we are putting a bow on the final week of play of Athletes Unlimited Basketball. We've got a great one between Team Sims and Team Harrison, as both look to start this season, or rather this week, 1-0. With that, we welcome you inside Fair Park Coliseum, where we're going to take a look at what AU basketball is all about. We've got 44 world-class hoopers with an innovative scoring system where you are rewarded for good basketball plays and dinged for bad ones. New teams are drafted each week by team captains, and the top 4 point scorers are named team captains, and the teams play each other once over a 4-day span. So glad to have you along the way for this one. This is not Cheryl Swoops. You're not seeing things. The Hall of Famer had a speaking engagement. This, you know her, Ari Chambers. Hello. She is the founder of Highlight Her, as well as being a journalist. I tell you what, Game 1 was all that and then some. Are you ready for Game 2?
Electrified, and hope it carries on to this game.
Right. I'm Cindy Brunson. Mariluz Cook, the third member of our broadcast team, will be along in just a bit. Odyssey Sims has had a vapor lock on the top spot of the leaderboard for 10 days now and counting. How has she been able to separate herself, Ari?
You know, they call her Lucky Lefty, but there is nothing lucky about Odyssey Sims creating shots for herself. She has the ability to just get out and get whatever she wants. It doesn't matter the scenario. You see her pulling from 3 right there, but then just splitting through the defense and getting into that lane right there and just laying it up, just making a way, right, Cindy? Making a way.
Absolutely love to see it. Of course, Odyssey's best week in AU was week 1, where she averaged a double-double in assists and points. That's how she's held on to that lead. Now, Isabel Harrison is a captain for the 2nd time this season, and she's starting to feel it because she is oh so close to that top spot on that leaderboard as well.
And the players love her as a captain. Her key is team basketball. She's also all about efficiency and consistency, which is the key to climb their way up to the top of the leaderboard. So I cannot wait to see what Izzy B does with her team. And I heard she was very, very tactical in practice, so we can expect a great game coming now.
She finished 3rd on the leaderboard last season. What will season 2 offer up for number 2? We're about to find out together. Settle into your easy chair, grab your popcorn. We have got lineups and tip next right here on the WNBA League Pass, so do stick and stay.
AU now presents an opportunity for women to stay here, to play in front of their families.
There hasn't been an option like this for women's basketball players in America. So I'm just super excited, 1, to be able to play stateside, and then 2, for my friends and family to be able to see me as well. Like, nobody's seen me play in America since I was, in college.
I said yes because I wanted the opportunity to play, and I've always wanted the opportunity to play domestically. I do not want to go overseas.
It warms my heart. A lot of people don't like overseas. I decided not to go overseas this year. I just didn't feel like it was right for me to do so.
It's definitely a game changer. I haven't played here in the States in a decade, since college, so it's a really great experience and a great thing for women's basketball, and I'm super excited about it.
Back at the Fair Park Coliseum, taking a look at Odyssey Sims starters as she serves as captain for a 19th time in her career. Sydney Colson, Kirsten Bell, Danny McCray, and India Jones. And for Team Harrison, the captain Izzy, alongside Leja Clarendon, Kelsey Mitchell, Avina Westbrook, and Teresa Plaisance. Keep an eye on number 55, Plaisance. She is the AU record holder for a single season when it comes to blocks. She comes into game with 19. Taking a look at the pregame odds set for us by our friends at the Caesar Sportsbook, Team Harrison is favored over Team Sims by 1.5 points.
That just shows you how neck and neck everything's going to be.
It's just this final week. Everything, and you can tell, we felt it in week 4 with the ramp up to this week where the clarity was really starting to present itself at the very tippy top of the leaderboard. But still, you have 5, 6 individuals, depending on how things swing. Like Nalissa Smith doesn't win an MVP in game 1, and she struggled to get a win point, but she got some quarter points, so she wasn't helped as much as she could be, so she could fall back for somebody like Izzy Harrison to take over. So there's so much still in play with a champion ceremony coming on Saturday. We are ready to jump it up at the center circle. Izzy Harrison and company winning the tip rather. Izzy and Kelsey Mitchell, 2 of the top 4-point scorers in AU hoops this season. Inside to Harrison. Clarendon for 3. It's the hair. It's gotta be the hair. We are loving the dew on Lay as they get the party started with a quick 3-point shot.
You know, he said, if you're going to back up off of me, I'm going to show you, I'm going to pay. I'll make you pay. But, you know, Leja, what I love about them is they have been doing this unique hairstyle for a while, dating back to their Cal days and just the mohawk, and now we see the color just to show team spirit and team camaraderie.
Absolutely love it. Evina Westbrook off on the triple. Battle for the rebound is won by Sydney Colson. She is coming off her best week at AU. She averaged 17 points and 6 dimes as Odyssey Sims gets her team on the board with an easy bucket.
And that's no shock. Odyssey likes to set the tempo for herself very, very quickly to show her team, like, hey, I can lead by example, and they get these points on the board and let everybody else follow suit.
2-person game not working for Kelsey Mitchell and Izzy early. We'll keep an eye on that. Kirsten Bell flashing. Colson says, no, wait a minute. India Jones getting it to Sims. Jones trying to kick it back out. Plaisance is there. That 6'5" frame, hard to pass around. Clarendon off the window, no. Need your opinion, Ari, as you look at India Jones, do you feel a Naz Hillman genetic connection there?
Are you talking about aesthetically or athletically?
I'm just saying aesthetically.
Yeah,
I look
100%.
up, I see the same sort of hairstyle.
No, that's my cousin kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Absolutely.
A whistle away from the basketball as we get a look at India Jones. AU best 12 points in week 3. Saturday just 2 points, playing for the K Yao Cancer Fund. And that's a part that I just love about Athletes Unlimited. It's not just about basketball. It's about the philanthropy as well.
1,000%. And I am a product of Coach K Yao. She's actually the reason why I'm in basketball. When I was 7 years old, I went to an NC State women's basketball game coached by her, and just her being able to shape so many lives. Ooh, Kelsey, what can you do about that? But by her being able to shape so many lives, it's just a lasting impact. And so whenever people play for the K Yao Cancer Fund, I'm all for it because it's such a great cause.
Awesome stuff. Kelsey Mitchell with her 43rd made triple this season. Now that is an AU record for a single season. Odyssey Sims doesn't get the roll. Harrison battling for that rebound. So it's the team in purple led by Izzy with the ball and the lead. Harrison, tough take, stripped by Jones. Ball goes off of Harrison. She can't believe it. And here comes Team Sims.
What I've loved watching Leja throughout the whole Athletes Unlimited experience right now is just seeing her find her joy back in the game. And, you know, we didn't see her as much last season in the WNBA, but just knowing that their confidence is back and he's ready to just really take charge and take the lead as a point guard that we know that they can be is just is dope.
100%. So shot clock getting low. Odyssey Sims double teamed. Kirsten Bell trying to get it to Colson. I thought that was a pass to you, Ari.
I was ready to catch, but so was Sid with her quick feet.
So that's off the mark as it was a desperation situation with the clock winding down. So Harrison stays on top 5-2 as we take a look at the live leaderboard. And there you see Whitney Knight with better than 2,200 points on the leaderboard. Of course, she's benefiting from the fact that her teams have been able to win quarters and games. Kelsey Mitchell, 3 on the way, is good. So she's got a couple trifectas already.
You see how she just runs into it. She is just so confident from that three-point line. This is something that we know about Kelsey Mitchell's identity. She is always ready to shoot that thing from distance. But then Odyssey is always ready to make a response, have a response for that. She takes things personally, like that Jordan Brand meme.
We have a foul away from the basketball. After the Sims bucket, they're going to get Izzy Harrison for the personal, her first. So it'll be Team Sims with the basketball and an opportunity to cut into this 4-point lead by Team Harrison. Live leaderboard continuing to scroll. A player's biggest ability to earn points on the leaderboard comes from winning the quarters and winning games. And of course, hitting threes also helpful as Kirsten Bell adds to her total. She's now hit 27 triples so far this AU season.
All I gotta say is shoot or shoot. Big guard, big guard.
Lay is there for the finish. Clarendon quickly with 5 points. Colson. Oh, that's wet.
You know what's interesting to me about Sydney is she's so animated off the court, but she's so composed on the court. That's that veteran leadership in her, that experience on the game.
Sims almost came away from the play with a steal. Team Harrison still has it. Clarendon attacking. Izzy, no. And Dia Jones is there for the rebound. Back to Colson. She's coming off an AU career high 24 points. Bell cannot believe she lost the rock. She just, her body language says it all. Like, I had it, and then I didn't.
My bad, y'all.
Yes.
My bad. Let's get back. Let's get back. Sydney's like, you good.
Bell coming off a career high 10 dimes on Saturday. She's been in double figures 9 times. She literally is a bucket.
She is a bucket, and we get to see her be a bucket this whole season. That's the entire point of Athletes Unlimited, to being able to showcase your individual talents and helping your team be better, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Harrison driving on Bell, doesn't get the roll. Jones boxing out for the rebound, loses the handle, and now Odyssey Sim says, I want to review that. My player says that should be our basketball. So just a few minutes into the game, we will have our first captain's challenge. We have a couple, right? We have a couple of challenges available to each team, one in the first 38 minutes and then the other in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or in overtime. So let's check in with our replay official, John Fullalove. John, what are we looking at?
Ladies, we have a challenge on the out-of-bounds play that was awarded, I believe, for Team Purple. So I need to take a look at that.
All right, thanks so much, John. We'll take a look at the replay ourselves. Ms. Chambers, what do you see?
Let's see it. Eyes on the ball. That is, you know, Cindy, I haven't had a great track record on this. I think it's off on Izzy, but I do not have a great track record. I would agree with Odyssey's call, but again, is it enough to overturn it? I see Izzy's fingers right there on the bottom, as you see, but the grip, I would say a half-second faster than what Izzy touched it, but is it enough to overturn? Yep, that to me, I would call that in favor of Odyssey.
Okay, so you're thinking Team Gold, Team Sims in gold.
At this point, what's my track record, though?
I haven't been keeping track.
I think I've been failing at this.
I've been watching comebacks and leaderboard. I'm going to tell you,
Truly
I haven't had a chance to check, but I can tell you that John Fullalove is on top of it and has a verdict for us. John.
Okay, that's going to be goal ball. Okay, it was last touched by Purple on the way out over the top.
So challenge successful. All right, thanks so much, John. Appreciate you. So that goes the way of Odyssey Sims, and this is unique because for the first time this season, Odyssey is dealing with 6 new faces on her roster. So it will be interesting to see how this all comes together for the person who is atop the leaderboard coming into this game and has had the leaderboard lead for 10 days in a row, matching the accomplishment of Tiana Hawkins last season, and we all know Tiana went on to win the whole darn thing.
And going back to the team dynamic this week, Simone Augustus, I was discussing things with her, and she said Odyssey is going to go in the rate of how the game starts because it's such an unpredictable combination of people. So she's just trying to play off the vibe of what her team is giving her.
As we take a look at the top 5 draft picks, it was Kirsten Bell, Sydney Colson, Danny McCray, Essence Karsten, Christy Bellick. And if you say Essence Karsten, what? Okay, yes, she's only played 8 games, but Saturday she had an AU career high, 21-8, reminding everybody that she's still a free agent and she is healthy. Hello.
Not only is she a vet, a super vet in this game, Essence has a composure about her that once she gets in the swing of things, she was well rested, and we saw her just drop those threes just right in a clutch time.
Okay, so after winning the challenge, it is Odyssey Sims and company going back to work on the offensive end as Odyssey tries to lock down this leaderboard deal and get everybody else out of the way.
Going back to Essence, again, talking to Simone, somebody who's played with her, against her, she was stressing how Essence is a great basketball mind, and you know what Essence will bring. So Odyssey was actually very happy that she was able to secure her.
That's awesome. Jump ball is the call as Odyssey was wrestling so hard for the rock that she dropped Mitchell to the ground. So we got to clean up the floor a little bit. And with this, we will step aside. We are getting set to talk to our insider, Savannah Collins, about the Week 5 draft. That's next. Hall there for another rebound. Leaving it for Burton. Back to Hall for 3. Who has also made 6 3-pointers today.
I see you, Lexi. Every moment really does count. Every quarter you get points, every half, every possession, every pass, you know, everything has a really important meaning in the scope of how you do here. And so for me, I think something I've been working on is being really efficient. Being efficient means making more shots than you're missing, passing the ball, having more assists than you have turnovers, having a positive impact when you're in the game. After each game, you'll be able to see that so drastically, I think even more than you would have in a normal game because all those points really matter.
I think for AU to be partnering with the WNBA and to be able to have fans watch our games on League Pass, it speaks to the fact that the W can see the impact that AU is making and will continue to make. This is for women's basketball as a whole.
To see the growth of the women's game, and that AU and the W don't have to be in competition, they can actually be like supplementary to each other. It's just a win-win all around.
Fans can go from the W season straight into AU and you don't miss anything, you don't miss a beat.
The fans are in for a treat, and I hope that this partnership continues for a long time to come.
Athletes Unlimited Basketball is brought to you by the Air National Guard. To learn how you can serve your way, head to goang.com. Taking a look at images from our 5th and final draft of this Athletes Unlimited pro basketball season. Everybody's all smiles before the competition gets started. And of course, Team Sims, led by Odyssey, a lot of reasons to smile at this juncture on an 8-2 run over the last couple of minutes. Taking a look at the biggest draft movers from week 4 to week 5, you see Air Hearn moving up 7 spots and Tosh Cole moving up 11 places. For more on the week 5 draft, let's bring in our insider. She is Savannah Collins, sitting in a chair, ready for a chair chat. All right, Savannah, what was the headline from the draft between Harrison and Sims that impacts this game?
Totally. We talked a little bit about it last game, and it was that steal by Nalissa Smith. Now, last game it was about how having Jordan Canada would affect Nalissa Smith, but this game, it's about how not having Jordan Canada will affect Odyssey Sims. They have been the dynamic duo of the season, and it leaves me wondering, how will Odyssey make up for the 15.2 points per game that she always gets from Jordan Canada? I'm not sure yet. That definitely threw her for a loop. She was shocked at the draft because that was so unexpected. And this team that she's put together is different than any other before. So that was the moment that will impact this game and the last games of the season.
Knowing Odyssey, how is she going to adjust to things? Because she has benefited from that consistent roster, but now that there's a major piece missing for her, how do you think that she's going to adjust this game?
So we sat down this week just going into her final weekend of games, and I asked her, you know, for most people jersey colors change, but for her, she's pretty much always been in gold. I said, what does it take to continue to be successful no matter who's on your team, no matter what the makeup is? And she said there's two things that it's come down to for her. It's one, knowing her style of play and having it set. And that's that we're gonna run. And then picking players based on that. And the second was having unselfish teammates. She talked about how every team she's put together this season has been one that is unselfish, whether they're on the bench or on the court, that they play together and they lift each other up. And she said, that's why I win.
What was the best moment of the Week 5 draft to you, Savannah?
I think it was seeing how all of these captains have really come into their own, especially the ones that have been there multiple times. You know, this has really been a comeback, excuse me, this has been a comeback season for Odyssey Sims in terms of how she's taken on that role. And then for rookies like Nalissa Smith.
Okay, we got to get you some water, Savannah. Just take a beat.
Good, Bo.
Take a beat.
I'm going to grab a Gatorade out of this bucket.
Okay, grab a Gatorade. Help yourself out. This is live. We all appreciate that you need to hydrate and clear that throat. We're all for it. Take your time.
I'm in there too, in that same group that needs a water sometimes.
Right.
You two are in that chair. You need hydration.
Whew, okay, now I'm ready to come in off the bench.
Okay.
Nice.
So I think to answer your question, Cindy, about what has been so great is seeing how they have embraced these roles. They all do it a little differently, but they find ways to be successful, and that's what's neat to see week after week.
You know, you mentioned embracing the roles, but the players are embracing Isabel Harrison. They had nothing but great things to say. Were you able to witness any of the practices? And if you were, when Isabel was in charge of them, what did you see from her?
So I didn't stick around for Izzy's practices this week, but I can speak to some other times that I spent time with her as a captain. She does a great job of putting people in positions to be successful, and I think with this team, what we're going to see is efficiency. Everybody in her starting five is shooting above 400 this season, and that's what sticks out to me about Izzy. She's always calm, cool, and collected, and she makes her team succeed by putting them in positions to succeed.
Isabel Harrison with the big block. Savannah, before we let you go, gut feeling right now, who wins the whole darn thing?
I think she's on the court right now. Ooh. She's been in the #1 spot all season.
Okay.
Talking to her this week, she's locked in.
Okay.
She wants that championship. I'm going with Odyssey Sims.
All right, thanks so much, Savannah. Appreciate you. With under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, it's Team Harrison with the lead, 17-12. And now, Jamaris Davis trying to add to that, doesn't get the bunny to fall. Kelsey Mitchell is there with the rebound and then has the ball taken away by Odyssey Sims. And now a little confusion over possession of the basketball, and it will stay with the team in purple led by Izzy. She's up front calling out the play that she wants run out of bounds.
I think Savannah was pretty spot on with her confidence. That's a pretty safe bet. Odyssey's all over the floor. She impacts every possession. She really wants it. She's hungry for that top spot. Look at her go.
Kirby Burkholder with a nice step through while we were talking to Savannah, and there goes Izzy. She now has quick 4 points to go along with 4 rebounds. The lead is 7 for Team Harrison with those 50 quarter win points on the line. corner three, Carson. That's nice. Somebody is just picking up right where they left off on Saturday. Okay, Essence.
Right where they left off. And like Simone said, you know what you're getting with Essence. You already know because she's so consistent at what she knows how to do.
Kelsey Mitchell off the mark. Veronica Burton there for the O board. Mitchell goes down. They're going to ticket Harris for the first personal foul, and that's just a no-no. You cannot foul the three-point shooter.
That was a pretty hard foul, too, but I think she was just trying to get in position to set herself up to rebound.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just getting to know her a little bit better. No? Okay.
Just getting close.
I got you.
I back it up on my friends, too.
Okay. So Kelsey Mitchell directing how the floor should be clean before she steps to the free throw line, where she is shooting 93% from the stripe.
I mean, probably from the three, too.
Well, 45%, but close.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
I feel you. Saturday, 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And she was the first overall selection off the board here in week 5.
I mean, I put my money on her, too, especially if I need some offense going.
Right? Well, and I think that's what's so impressive, rather, with what Izzy has done. With herself and Mitchell, again, 2 of the top 4 point scorers on the same team. So you know where your offense is, and you know where a bulk of your defense is, because Izzy is the defending Defensive Player of the Year in this league as well.
It's down there in front of that ball and just gets in perfect position, too. You see KB calling for the ball because she knows that's her shot.
Burkholder trying to get it ahead to Davis into double coverage. And so the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Team Harrison. And again, Izzy calling out the play she wants run. Veronica Burton has checked into the game, and she will inbound the basketball. Minute and a half to go here in this first quarter. Davis finds a little daylight. Oh! Bell almost came through with the clean block. I need a replay. I thought she got all ball.
That was sneaky, sneaky. And you see her cut right here. And hit the reverse. No, no,
got her on the arm. Okay. Davis, the confidence that she has been playing with, 3 times in double figures already this season, and she's in a new jersey for the first time. She has rock gold this entire way, and now she's an adversary of Odyssey. How about that?
Adversary of Odyssey.
Woo! She gets the free throw to go, so Team Harrison in purple increasing its lead thanks to a 6-0 run, now up by 10, its largest lead of the game. Nice idea trying to find Bella. Carson, another triple, that one off the mark, battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, but will stay with Odyssey Sims and company.
I'd still give it to her 10 times over.
Right? So ball out of bounds underneath. Odyssey will take care of the inbounding. Getting it to Carson. She's got Burkholder on her. Little step back. Oh, come on, Essence. That's not fair.
It's like your legs are fresh, your moves are fresh.
Right?
Doing all the fresh things in a fresh vet. Go ahead and be fresh, Essence.
The lead is 8 for Team Harrison, and Burton makes it 10. What a terrific take by Veronica.
She's saying, come on, Essence is calling for that and saying, let's go. No time to slow it down.
Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Harris thought about the 3, takes the 2, in and out, battle for the rebound. It was Burkholder and Harrison fighting each other, and the ball goes out of bounds.
You see Essence getting that step back right there, making her defender squat down. But then on the other end of the floor, you have Veronica doing what Veronica does best and driving to that basket and getting that easy bucket.
Odyssey inbounding to Harris, who gets it back to the captain. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Less than 40 seconds before the end of the quarter. Odyssey off on the triple try. That might have been partially blocked. Here comes Kelsey Mitchell on the run. Plays on, gives it back to Kelsey.
Such a quick release though, right? She stays ready to shoot that shot because she knows it's hers.
Burkholder gets it back to Plaisance for 3. That's nice. Okay, TP. Just her 27th triple at 6'5". Okay. And Harris loses it out of bounds. So Izzy Harrison and company in line to win the 50 quarter points for dominating this first quarter of play, leading 30-17, leading by as many as 13 along the way. Kelsey Mitchell wants to eat some more off the front rim, and that is how the first quarter will end. So the 50 win points per player on the roster goes to everybody wearing purple as Team Harrison takes that first quarter 30-17. All right, that's 10 minutes in the books. So what will Team Sins do in quarter number 2? We're gonna find out together next on the WNBA League Pass.
Throw this ball to them.
You can throw that ball.
All right, like launch it.
Yeah, he gonna get it.
Talk a little bit about your swag though that you bring.
Cozy comfort. I love just being comfortable with what I'm wearing, especially days that I'm just kind of going to the gym and chilling. I'm gonna put a white tee on. It's hot today.
I didn't get the memo clearly.
You clearly didn't get the memo. It's hot today.
But by any means, you gotta pull the fit off.
You gotta pull the fit off. I feel like I'll pull off the cozy comfort, but you know, just sticking with who I am. I feel like I figured out my style and what I like. And kind of within that, just being myself and owning it. I'm a goofy kid from Broomall. Don't matter how much money we make, like that's just who I'm gonna be.
So talk about a little bit like where you from, like how that plays a part into who you are, and then just being in the city in DC.
Absolutely. I'm from Delco, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Broomall, but that's 20 minutes outside of Philly. So all my basketball was Philly basketball. So I just be telling people I'm from Philly.
Period.
Meeting Simone Augustus for the first time, like as a kid, very starstruck. Meeting her as an adult, still starstruck. Simone is just like on top of everything that she's done for the game, everything that she's done for LSU, the WNBA. Her character and her person is what like stands out to me the most. Having a conversation with her, you don't feel like one in a million, you feel like one of one. And I just feel like the way that she impacts each individual person and makes each individual person feel special is something that like you don't find too often in superstars. So humbly I say that Simone is like one of my favorite people of all time, and that goes on court and off court.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops. We are having quite the game here. Team Harrison up by 13. And I tell you what, Odyssey Sims comes in having been the only captain to have that responsibility every single week of the season. Izzy Harrison, on the other hand, hasn't been a captain since week 2, but she told me that she actually feels like it gives her an advantage. She said that she empathizes with Odyssey and Naz and Alyssa, the other captains, because last season she was in that role where back to back to back to back, she was a captain for 4 consecutive weeks. She feels that coming in, having had a few weeks off from the captain role, actually allows her to come in with even more energy. So she said that, you know, there can be a lot of exhausting moments just because of the responsibility that you carry. You're working with the facilitator, you're drafting, and you're having to play on top of that. So she's grateful to come in with energy and utilize that to her advantage. Now, she said when it comes to the team that she picked, she calls them underdogs. She said any team in purple is automatically underestimated in this league, but she purposely picked a young team because she knows that with youth comes energy. She drafted people who want to win, who care, and who do all the little things right, she said. So certainly seeing a lot of energy coming from Team Harrison on this one. So there's a reason they're up by 13.
Great stuff, Mariluz. Thanks so much. Mariluz Cook has been with us all season. Terrific job taking us inside player profiles, as well as just giving us the nitty-gritty on strategy, which is so important here, Ari, as we put a bow on season 2 of Athletes Unlimited.
I can't believe how fast it's gone. But
in the blink of an eye, right?
It's just crazy. But the younger players, I want to really focus on that, because Veronica Burton is one that I've been really, really eager to watch and see how she gets in front of everything and just defends. And we know her to be that defensive player, but just that spark of energy she does bring that I don't think we talk about enough, how Veronica Burton really makes a difference.
All right, on the foul, Danny McCray will head to the free throw line. It is not too late to get your 2023 AU basketball gear, but you don't want to wait. There are limited quantities on several items, including the basketball drip crew neck, and they are going fast. So go to shop.auprosports.com before everything is gone.
I mean, I know I mentioned this game 1, but that crew neck, y'all, I promise you they're not telling me to say this. That crew neck is really fire. It's really, really fire.
I love the qualifier. They are not
this
telling
is not
me to
sponsored
say this.
content.
I got you. Okay, Danny McCray connecting at the stripe. It is time for a unique feature here at Athletes Unlimited. It is a chair chat. Maya Hollingshed has hopped into the chair. The team in purple rolling, so clearly you got time to chat. How's it going, Maya?
Right, it's good. How y'all doing?
We're good, sis. How have you been able to find your footing so far? You know, it's 5 weeks in. How have you seen yourself grow and find your place in this league?
Kind of talking, we kind of had a group meeting earlier before shooting, or the day before practicing. Kind of just what I've learned a lot, especially not being able to play as much as I wanted to. I think I've just learned to continue to show myself, you know, grace through this whole process, just because I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm still trying to understand, talk to, you know, people that's been in the league, trying to, you know, understand the game for real, you know, what they're looking for, you know, the pace, the speed, you know, everything. So I'm still learning and absorbing everything that's coming from, you know, not being able to play, but still, you know, being patient with myself and, you know, not getting too hard on myself, because, you know, this is all a part of the process.
You know, being a student of everything and learning, yeah. Who has been the best teacher for you?
Honestly, I just think Sid has really just been the one I've connected with, just being, ever since I've got drafted to the Aces. Sid has just been always that vocal presence, just kind of talking to me and kind of, you know, wanting to see me succeed. Not saying that, you know, no one here wants to see me succeed, because that would be a lie, because, you know, everybody, you know, shares their input, but yeah, it is. But Sid just always just been that person, just because, you know, we're from the same city, you know, kind of know a lot of the same people, and just that early on connection that we had from my first year.
And Athletes Unlimited is a league for players, by players. Players run everything like that. And, you know, being used to organized basketball with coaches and facilitators in general, do you like it better with player run? How has that adjustment been?
I think I do. I do like that it's player ran, because we actually get to use our voice and, you know, do the things that we kind of see and kind of make adjustments, kind of preparing us for like, you know, games and stuff. I think the one thing that kind of makes it hard is, like, you know, the captain's trying to make subs in the middle of a game. I think that's kind of hard to do, but, you know, they do the best they can, and that's why the facilitators are here. But I do like that it's player ran and, you know, player focused. It's not really about the business side of it. It's about, you know, what we're doing as players and showcasing our skills.
You know, you seem a little mellow for me. What gets you hype on these game days?
Right? I be chilling, for real. I just really
clearly. I'm like, oh yes, tell me more. Put me in more piece.
I be chilling.
Okay, I know what you're not chilling about, Maya. The fact that your Colorado Buffaloes are in the Sweet 16. Hello.
Let's go. Yeah. Well, you had got on me. You had called me lacking the last time with. With Washington State, but not Colorado.
I can't say nothing.
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
I'm silent over here too.
Like NC State.
Cries in ACC and NC State. Don't over there just because your team is still hiding away. Look, don't be giving me the jig.
I should have worn my buff gear. I had too many of those.
All right. I think you gotta jump into the huddle, because Team Sims is on a 7-0 run. We'll talk at you later. Thanks so much, Maya. Appreciate you. So it's a 7-0 run by Team Sims. Drama ratchets up.
My athlete cause this year is Beyond Type 1. It's a foundation for type 1 diabetes, which hits directly home for me with my older sister, Crystal.
I am playing for the Black Heart Association, and I am playing for it because I think it is so important to be educated on heart health, especially in the Black community.
The cause I chose to play for is the Ronald McDonald House in LA, and I wanted to play for this cause is because I really love kids and the youth, and I think it's extremely important to give back, and I think what Ronald McDonald is doing is super important, especially for kids who are struggling with illness.
The cause I'm playing for this season is the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, and I chose this because Kobe has had such a big impact on women's sports and promoting women's sports, and I just think that's what we need more of in the world, and that's something I want to play more for.
Athletes Unlimited is working with a nonprofit, Culture City, to be sensory certified. What that means is for anybody coming into our venues with sensory needs, say PTSD or autism or dementia, they're going to come in, they're going to have a welcoming experience. Had training from Culture City, all of our staff are trained. We've got these great sensory inclusion bags. They've got some headphones and some other fidgets and so forth. We've got an amazing sensory inclusive space. If somebody needs a little quiet time, they can come in, take some space in the venue. We want to make sure that anyone who comes to our venue is going to have a wonderful experience, and that is inclusive for everybody involved. That's a commitment for Athletes Unlimited. Anyone who comes to our venue should be having fun, should be enjoying themselves, and it's up to us to make that experience what they need. So we're really excited. We're really proud of being sensory certified by Culture City, and it's going to be a great season.
Welcome back to Fair Park Coliseum from the wow, things escalated quickly files. Odyssey Sims and company on a 7-0 run over the last minute of play, now leading this second quarter 11-2, thanks in part to Kirsten Bell hitting some threes. So for every three made during this year's Athletes Unlimited basketball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 3,620 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. So it is 4 of 10 shooting from 3 that has got Team Sims right back in this ball game. What's impressed you most about this run, Ari?
You know what? Is what you and I were talking about when we were on break about how Izzy's presence is greatly missed. And so they're able to capitalize off of the fact that Izzy B was on the bench and make that great run.
Yeah, she had to leave the game with 2 personal fouls. And when she sat down in the following minute, Team Sims went on that 7-0 run. Colson saw a flash, thought she had something, thinks again. Shot clock getting low. Bell puts it on the deck, gets it to Odyssey. Shot clock winding down. Odyssey has to fire and hits off the window.
Bank. Bank.
And just like that, it is a 1-possession game. Lay leaves it short at the rim. And here comes Colson. 3, no.
That was a good look, but Team Sims all about capitalizing off opportunities. So just be mindful of that. They were not afraid to just go after it.
Team Sims with the gigantic lead here in the second quarter, trying to equalize. Smart play by Lay as they induce the body contact against Bell. So was this Sims 3 in time?
Let's see.
Oh, that's close.
That is super duper close. Let's see. 3, 2. She said, I don't care, I'm taking that. Nope, I see it still in her hand. I'm sure that'll be up for review.
So that may come off the board when our officials have a chance to take a peek.
Yeah, it looks like it's dragging on her hand right when the zero is happening. It's tough, but just to know that you can make a shot at the last second like that.
Clarendon getting the free throws to go, so giving Team Harrison a little bit of breathing room. Just 3 points, mind you. The lead was once 13 for the team in purple. So 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Odyssey Sims and company in a get-right kind of vibe. Polson off on the triple try, and Dia Jones goes flying. Clarendon has numbers. They are looking for someone to pass to, and it's the captain, Izzy, waiting for the defender to blow by and gets the easy bucket.
That is great anticipation and patience of knowing that Kirsten Bell is going to try to just get up.
Oh, come on, Odyssey. Jeez, oh, Pete.
I was watching Odyssey before the game, just happy with the friends and just really, really just in good spirits. Because what do you have to lose? At this point, you're top of the leaderboard. It's in your favor. It's looking good. It's a great time to be Odyssey Sims right now, don't you think?
Terrific find by Clarendon to try to get Harrison an easy bucket. She hits the deck, a jump ball is called, but to your point, I think being here in the state of Texas and in fairly close proximity to Baylor has Odyssey so comfortable with her family. She's got a little boy around all the time. She just seems so freaking joyful.
Being the star of the state, the homecoming is always a great thing, to be able to play in front of your friends and family and to feel so comforted knowing that it's your home state and you're putting on for your state. And she's doing it in a very, very loud way each game. It's not like she did 1 week of intense basketball and just backed off. No, Odyssey has played so hard. That's one thing about it. Like, we see the numbers, but she plays hard every single time, every single possession. You see her hustling. You see her getting what she wants.
Okay,
staying motivated.
Yes, I totally agree. Her playing both ends of the floor, it just makes you wonder, why doesn't Odyssey have a W contract yet? That question just keeps coming to the top of my mind.
Yeah, we'll see if that motor fits in well with the team and see what coach wants to
win.
Yeah, wants to really aggressively win. Yep.
Clarendon with the nice finish. They already have 9 points.
Speaking of roster, I'm glad Leja found their way right back into the WNBA. It's where she belongs.
Carson, baseline jumper, that's pure. So a 1-point lead in the game for Team Harrison, but a gigantic advantage for Team Sims here in the quarter, up by a dozen. 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. So Team Harrison took the lead, and it was a big one in the first quarter, and won those 50 leaderboard points per player on the roster after 10 minutes. But here in the second 10 minutes, Odyssey Sims and company have been in get-right mode, Ari.
Owned. And you saw Kelsey take that ball down. She tried to drive it. In essence, was like, absolutely not on my watch. And so just staying strong in that defensive stance and not allowing Kelsey to do what she wants with the ball.
Kirsten Bell thought about the 3, little jumper, no. Rebound to Dia Jones, 3 on the way by Carson, off the mark. Bell, nice. I love how she uses the glass.
Getting into that lane, getting that nice easy bucket right there. Lane was wide open too.
Isabel Harrison calling out the play. She sits 2 points shy from 300 points career this season. Clarendon a little daylight, and they get whistled for the offensive foul.
Yeah, that shoulder right there was a little bit much, a little bit much. But you know, Leja, I like where your head's at. See where she goes for it. She sees the basket where she wants it, and she just drops that shoulder a little bit. It's gonna get called every time. But hey, I love your enthusiasm, Leja.
Odyssey Sims and company with the basketball and the lead, in line to win this quarter. And Clarendon has already won 30 quarters this season here in AU Pro Hoops, and every conversation I have with them is all about, oh, you got to win the quarters. Every time, as a point guard, I look up, it's, you know, time and score, and then where are we at in the quarter? What do we need to do to win the quarter? Okay, Odyssey Sims went flying. I know she doesn't have the ability to fly on her own, so the personal foul is going to go against Veronica Burton. And it appears that Odyssey is okay after the offensive foul by Burton.
I like it. It's a lot of movement, a lot of people, you know, just trying to create something. I don't hate that at all.
No,
Okay.
just tough defense, nothing malicious.
Yep.
So Odyssey appears to be okay, which is a great sign. It will be Team Sims basketball with the big lead here in the second quarter, 22-8. So everybody in gold in line for those 50 leaderboard points per person on the roster with this quarter win. And again, another screen issue.
Just a little bit more discipline, but was there ever a doubt that Odyssey would be okay? She's built tough.
100%.
Tough. I want whatever Odyssey has, just that body, you know?
I am just waiting on the statue for Odyssey and Brittany Griner at Baylor. Just putting that back out in the universe.
Hey. Where they won a national championship,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe.
Yeah, one of 6 teams to run the table, hello?
Yeah.
To go undefeated on the way to the Natty.
Good old days. That's from back when I was in college.
Right?
Shout out to class of 2013.
Don't say that like it's a long time ago. I got shoes older than that.
It's now a decade. Send me your shoe collection. We'll talk about it because, I mean, honestly, we need a kicks cam here.
Okay, under 2 minutes to go. Team Sims on top in the quarter, 22-8. And it's Team Sims also leading the game by just a point. Opportunity for Team Harrison in purple to take the lead right here.
And you saw Izzy in position to get that rebound and just really, really closing out so that she can snatch that down for her team.
Plays on, it's getting it to Burton. Shot clock into single digits. Harrison now has 300 points this season. We see you, Izzy.
We see you, girl.
Little more than a minute to go here in the second quarter of play. Team Harrison with the lead in the game by 1. Sims winning this quarter by a dozen. Colson doesn't get the roll. Harrison is there for the rebound. The team is just different with its captain on the floor in purple.
Yep, it seems like every possession we're like, Izzy with a rebound. Izzy with a rebound.
Or Izzy with a bucket.
Izzy with something.
Izzy leads her team with 10 points on 5 of 12 shooting. Kelsey Mitchell, the touch pass doesn't fall by Izzy. Battle for the loose ball, won by Harrison. Little floater in the lane. Yes, she's got a dozen.
With the way Kelsey moves with the ball, it's just so fluid to me. It just looks light and airy.
So 39-42 is the count. Advantage Harrison, but on this possession, Odyssey Sims can tie the game. Odyssey stripped, hits the deck. What is the call?
You know, Odyssey, I don't think that was the best option for her, but one thing about her, she's going to keep her head down and try to get that shot. So, drawing the foul, either way.
Look, her shooting the basketball has worked really well for Team Sims.
Absolutely.
As Odyssey has 11 points in this second quarter. Kirsten Bell to beat the buzzer, of course.
We want to talk about light touches. KB with the light touch.
KB leads Team Sims with 14 points, and just like that, it's a 1-point advantage for Team Harrison. Team Sims is going to win this quarter. Kelsey loses the handle ahead to Odyssey.
Here we go.
Of course, off the window to end the half. Of course, the officiating crew wants to look at it.
Oh, that's good, Cindy. That's good.
Okay. But remember, that other 3 may come off the board. Let's see if she beat the clock here.
Oh, you know she did. Look at this. It's without a doubt. Without a doubt. What a way to close out the half.
So for right now, Team Sims has the lead at the half, 44-42. No doubt that Team Sims has won this quarter, no matter what they do with that 3-point shot by Odyssey Sims off the window. So they get the 50 points per player on the leaderboard. Izzy has now scored 300 points this season. Wowzer. The halftime show with Mary Lou's Cook coming your way next.
Now I've been a GQ model. I have the most win points here at AU. I'm a winner, that's all I do. For me, it's just easy. this season compared to last season, it's one, they're both fun. I think this year I'm a lot more comfortable. I mean, last year you probably didn't see it, but I was very kind of out of my element as I hadn't played, like I said, professionally for 3 years. So I was definitely a little kind of shook that first season. But I think this season it's like, oh no, you got invited back, like you do belong here and you have something to bring. The new girls always surprise me. I'm seeing 23 new girls to 21 old ones, so it really impressed me, like a great bunch of girls. I mean, I've been on team list for 3 weeks in a row, and I mean, just the kindest, funniest, silliest, goofiest person ever, and you wouldn't know that, you know, seeing her on the court, but the list is just so freaking cool. I mean, great basketball as well. The level, I think, has ramped up from last season too, so just seeing how everyone's playing against each other, everyone on the roster can play high-level basketball, so I think it's a lot more competitive this season, and it's, as we see on the leaderboard and the captains each week, it's been showing. I don't think I got trash talking from anyone. It's just me. Like, I see it, I say it, tell the girl that I won't scream if you make your shots. Yeah, so some of my infamous trash lines. A big move is just like a big move. I mean, I love a big guard. They don't try to tell me I'm a big guard, but I feel like I'm one sometimes. But no, just like a big move is just like, oh, like you really stuck it to her, like they couldn't guard you, like just a big move. She's with us. That's one of my favorite ones to say. But that means like, no, she's on our team. Like she misses a shot, like she did that for us. You know, she's not really for her team. She wants us to win. Probably one of the most disrespectful ones too, I would say for sure. No, it's just a big one. Like I usually say it when like someone takes a shot that's like not really in their repertoire. Arrows, that's a 3-point. When we're shooting, I mean, what was it? The TP, when we had TP, air, it was a lot of arrows going. We were letting it fly. That just means like we're slinging the ball, we're shooting it. It's target practice for us at this point.
In second place, taking home 60 points, number 17, Alicia.
Welcome to the Athletes Unlimited halftime show. I'm Mary Louise Cook, coming to you from Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Texas, where every moment counts, especially this week with it being the last week of the season. Now, being a professional athlete in its own right is extremely difficult, but you add a toddler into a mix, and it's a whole different ball game. Now, we have two parents here at AU, and they are both in action tonight, Odyssey Sims and Lasia Clarendon. They sat down with us to talk about what it's like balancing basketball and being a parent. Let's take a look.
Having my son with me, it's an amazing feeling. Just to be a parent, have him experience and be able to come on my basketball journey with me. Athletes Unlimited takes care of parents. They actually welcome parents.
Parenting a 2-year-old, my wife and I are both full-time working parents. If you're in market, we'll make sure you have the car. Do you need a car seat? Do you need a crib? You want to know that your family's taken care of.
Now that he's growing, almost 3, he's understanding a little bit more, like mom's working. I just want my son to be successful and to be proud of his mom as a professional athlete.
I tell you what, those are some lucky toddlers. They have very, very cool parents. And we see Odyssey's little one, Jaden, here almost every single day. At shoot-arounds, he's here. At practices, he's here. And her mom, Pam, has been such a wonderful help, she's told me, and helping just be a part of his life and take care of him as she's pursuing her professional basketball career. We see the players here, all of them, whether they are on Odyssey's team or not, they're playing with Jaden and his trucks because he's a huge fan of trucks. So always fun to see that. Now you can come see Athletes Unlimited basketball live in Dallas, get great seats, player autographs, a shoot on the court post-game, and more, including Friday's Pride Night and AU Progress Pride giveaway. You can buy your tickets today at auprosports.com/tickets. Now we're having a good time here in Dallas, Texas at Fair Park Coliseum, but we're going to take a short break. I'm Mary Louise Cook on your halftime coverage. I'll see you on the other side.
I'm playing for the Lasia Clarendon Foundation, and it's a foundation that meets the needs of trans people for healthcare. I just love to play basketball, and it's going to directly impact like this foundation that I started, which is my story, which is the story of so many people. I had top surgery in 2021. With health insurance, I think out of pocket, I still ended up paying like $5,000 or $6,000. And so to access for healthcare for trans people are like really difficult. And so I started this foundation to like meet those needs for trans people. And we partner with Athletes for Impact. They were just so grateful to have people that like cared. And they were like, wait, you play basketball and you're professional and you went to Cal and like your story and you're the first trans person to play in the WNBA. Like you could see their wheels turning and just their faces lighting up about like what this potential partnership is. Knowing this money is like directly going to something I have so personally experienced and has changed my life and my mental health and my overall well-being, that like we're giving that access to someone else who like is a part of my community. It's like the coolest thing ever.
Air Hearn for three. She knew that was good. The back pedal said it all.
Last year with Athletes Unlimited Season 1, my mentality was kind of like a barrier for me, more like an obstacle. And this year, like how you see my energy is different, you know, so my mentality is, it's better. My confidence is here. When I meet Air, when I am confident in myself, I have the potential to be so unstoppable, and just the thought of that makes my heart smile.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Halftime Show. I'm Mary Louise Cook. Got you covered here at the half. It's been an exciting one, but I tell you what, the leaderboard, we see that we have Naz Hillman in the second spot. We have Odyssey Sims at the first spot. Naz Hillman there at number 2 after an exciting matchup, coming away with an incredible win. Naz, your team was down by as many as 15. You were the one to get your team ahead there in the fourth. What was key to rallying back?
It was our defense. We knew that we felt like our offense was pretty solid. We can get what we wanted, but they were also getting what they wanted, and we really wanted to lock in, change up our defenses a little bit, and then went from there.
Now, I know that Pokey Chapman was saying in one of your huddles there towards the end, she was like, this is a game that has foul shots. This is a game that has three-pointers. This is how key was that mentality? And every possession counts, I know, was something else that she was echoing to y'all. How key was that in the fourth quarter?
It was very key. I mean, especially like you said, she said that this is a game of free throws as well, where you can stop the clock and get points on the board, which was super important. Obviously, down 15, you need points, but you don't want the clock to run out. But just her mentality of us being able to get back into the game, it wasn't just her, though. Jasmine Walker, every time we came down the floor, she was like, we still got time, we still got time, we still got time. So just those people having confidence in what our team can do was very important.
Naz, the fact that you are always giving credit to the people around you, do you think that that is why people love playing for you so much? Because I know that we talked about that a lot too.
You know, that's just what I like to do. I think that brings out the best players. So hopefully that's why they like it, and they just have a joy playing for this team, playing around and getting to their best spots. But I love giving people the credit where it's due, because I have a lot of people around me who's been doing a lot.
Naz, now I know that you don't really like to focus too much on the leaderboard. You're more focused on game wins. But now being at the number 2 spot, is there anything on your mind in terms of being a champion at the end of this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things. If I get there, I get there. But I want to win. I want to have fun doing it. But if I win and I have fun doing it, then I'll probably be at number 1. But obviously some things have to fall into place for that to happen. But that's not the biggest focus right now. I just want to win these games.
All right. Well, Naz, thank you so much for your time today. And again, congrats on the win today.
Thank you.
All right. Naz Hillman, always so fun. Now we're going to take a short break here from Fair Park Coliseum. Again, I'm Mary Louise Cook with your halftime coverage, and we'll be back with the second half action in just a bit.
That I jumped on the opportunity because there's so many books that I would want people to read, even if you don't read the whole thing. I'm someone who is very much so big on black women's rights, women's rights in general, and I studied African and African American studies in college. So the book that I chose is called Push Out: The Criminalization of Black Girls by Monique Morris. I chose it because it kind of changed my life, my perspective. The book uses a lot of narrative as well as real factual studies, but I think at the end she talks about some ways to decriminalize schools. It would be really great if people understood black girls in schools, and if black girls understood that they're not bad, they're not the problem, that these systems weren't made for them to thrive and for them to be successful. So I think it's amazing that Athletes Unlimited allows us to openly express that whatever it is. They allow us to share that with the fans, share that with the public. They let us tell it how it is from our point of view because we've lived these experiences.
Last year I was a facilitator. Every week I was with a different color, a different team. This year, my role has changed to player development for the league, which I think is a really important part of basketball. Really enjoying working with all the players and getting to know them in workouts and whatever they need to work on, whatever they want to rep. Because I always believe confidence comes from reps, and reps remove doubt. If it's the mental part of it, if it's the physical part of it, I just love being a part of their lives and helping them however I can. Whatever gifts God has given me to do that, I try to use to the fullest. I just care. I really do care. Genuinely care about them and their success and their confidence and them as people, them on the court, them off the court, and just want them just to be happy and fulfill their dreams.
Welcome back to the Fair Park Coliseum. It is a tight one here in the second half of our doubleheader as Team Harrison is on top of Team Sims 42-41. A three-pointer by Odyssey Sims came off the board when the referees had a chance to review. So if you were with us before the half, that's why the score is different. It is time to go into the game with Air National Guard Essence Carson is mic'd up.
Hey, let's make sure we get that nail help right there, right? They're getting a lot of drives down the middle, right? And that's opening a lot for them, right? They're getting close shots, and then they're able to get us pushes under the basket and get the rebound. Let's start by the first line of defense, and that's the nail help. On the string, right? If you got a partner, perimeter, post, if she should not be more than 15 feet away from you, right? That pass is extremely hard. Hey, one possession on time on each inch. Let's string them together. 2, 3.
Well, over the last game and a half, Essence Carson has scored 28 points. She had 21 on Saturday, 7 already. And of course, you just hear how smart she is, how she's a coach on the floor. I just can't wait for that WNBA team to contact the free agent.
It's stability. You know what you're going to have with her. She's the X's and O's. She's the concrete right there. And I can't wait to see if she returns to the WNBA.
100%. Meantime, Odyssey Sims has a vapor lock on that top spot of the leaderboard, but will that change? So far in our game, a couple of different leading scorers, not named Sims, surprisingly, since she has pretty much done that all season long. Kirsten Bell and Isabel Harrison, both terrific in the first half of play. What jumped out at you?
It's giving confidence, right? In, one word is impact. When you see a player like Isabel Harrison go to the bench and the other team is able to make a run, that's how you know your presence is really known. But she started off kind of slow, but was able to create her own shot and get right there where she wants to be and really come off with the first half with 12 points and just a solid finish in the half for her.
And it's as if Izzy doesn't need any more accolades, but she did earn them in that first half of play, becoming a 300-point scorer this season with the dozen that she put up in that first half.
I'm going to hit her with a yeah! We just love seeing her thrive and succeed, especially somebody who's such a great person and serves as such a great captain. Her players could not sing her praises any higher than they already did. It's just been a real joy to watch her lead her team to what it's been.
So it has been a tale of two quarters so far. We had Team Harrison in purple dominating the first quarter of play, winning 30-17. And then Team Sims returned the favor in quarter number 2, winning 24-12. So what is your sense of what we might see here in quarter number 3, Ari?
We got to figure out a way. Team Harrison has to figure out a way.
Oh, that's the collective we.
Look, the collective we.
Is it because you're wearing purple?
I guess I am blending in a little bit with them. We, who am I? Never touch a basketball. No, but find a way to limit Odyssey doing Odyssey things, right? We know that she can create something out of absolutely nothing, end up banking it in the last second type of movement, and then getting her players involved. KB, just, you know, sharp shooter, but just got to figure out a way to stop them.
We are also on Kelsey Mitchell watch. She is 3 points shy of 500 career. We've seen a couple of players join the 500-point club career already this season, Odyssey Sims and Isabel Harrison, and it looks like we have a clock issue.
You know,
so we got to stop.
The 3 point shot, I mean, we should make bets on how quickly it's going to come. It's almost automatic when it gets in her hands, right? So
that release, it shouldn't be legal.
It's
so
a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, clock issue fixed. We are underway here for the third quarter of play in the second half of our doubleheader.
And you saw Danny get into position to get that, but just didn't quite catch it, and so hustling to the ground, making sure that that possession is not just thrown away.
No possession here at Athletes Unlimited, so Danny McCrae's hustle results in a jump ball against Clarendon. You got to think advantage McCrae, but I never take anything for granted with these jump balls because there's a lot of strategy involved.
Get up, Lay.
McCrae winning the tip. Should have leaned in on that one. I had a feeling. Sid Colson with the shot clock winding down gets it back to Bell, who has to fire. Izzy comes through with the block, and Clarendon assessing, getting it ahead to Evina Westbrook. Westbrook almost lost the handle. Clarendon, tough take.
The crafty ways Lay just drives it is just always so interesting.
Colson finding some daylight, but can't get the bunny to fall. So it will be Team Harrison with the basketball.
She seems a little bit, you know, she's shaking off this play, but you see her getting the ball in her possession and just finishing in the most crafty way. Nice little half turn there.
Clarendon's best week at AU was in week 4, where she averaged 11 points and 5 dimes a game. Plaisance, nothing but net from 3.
Let me tell you something about Teresa Plaisance. Just
tell me.
All of the body conditioning, I think she said that she wanted to make sure that she took care of herself because she had been neglecting it for so long. And you've seen her have steps to take into that. She got really sick with COVID actually in 2020. And after that, in her ACL surgeries and her lower back surgeries, it's just been interesting to see how she just comes together and just makes her body just heal itself and just make that a focal point because it helps her move way better. She moves so much better than her rookie year in the WNBA, and it's no coincidence that she's been really tending to her actual health.
Kelsey Mitchell ticketed for the personal foul, sending Odyssey Sims to the line. When you first started that little piece on play, I thought you were going to say she wanted to start taking care of herself after she partied so hard to celebrate the Vegas championship.
I mean, I honestly, I would need months of self-care. That was a that was a lot of excitement, right?
Ooh, I'm telling you.
I would have paid money to be on that bus.
Yes.
We're all over here watching from Sydney's Instagram Live, and I just
100%. If I could have just held the camera for Sid, I would have just liked that job that day. Plaisance, unable to connect from 3, but gets it right back. Harrison puts it on the deck, and Dia Jones to beat. Doesn't get the roll. Play tried to tap it out, but Colson is there.
You know, my favorite moment of that night of her winning that WNBA championship was her mom in the back dancing with all of us. Doobie Plaisance, shout out to you. She comes from a great cloth. Doobie is the funnest person ever and such a great coach.
100%. McCrae is whistled for steps as Plaisance and company trying to add to this 4-point lead here in the third quarter. Jamaris Davis comes in as Izzy Harrison will take a bit of a breather. Her team up 5-2. Remember the last time that Harrison left the game in foul trouble in the second quarter, Team Sims went on a quick 7-0 run.
Let's be on the lookout for that.
Plaisance shot clock into single digits. Mitchell leaving it for Davis, baseline jumper. Hoop wouldn't have it, and then Dia Jones is there for the rebound. Sims always assessing as she dribbles the basketball up the floor.
Speaking of always assessing, we have Isabel Harrison coaching from the bench, yelling. She's so vocal, she's so locked into her team, and she just loves team basketball. And so just however she can be an addition, whether she's on or off the court, just making sure she makes a difference.
Jones thought she got all ball. Plays on, says, yes, I'm heading to the free throw line.
Team Sims foul called on number 31.
So it'll be Plays on stepping to the free throw line where she is shooting, get this, just 67% from the stripe. That number should be way higher. I get that she hasn't had that many attempts, but that just jumps off the page at me. Because she shoots 45% from three. Oh, TP. Athletes Unlimited Fantasy League is in its final week, but you can still sign up now and play for free. Be your own captain, draft 4 players, and compete on the leaderboard to earn prizes. Create your team at auprosports-com/fantasy. Again, week 5 is underway. Today is day 1 of 3 left to play before we crown a champion on Saturday night. Odyssey Sims wants to be that player, and Sims now has 15 points to lead all scorers.
And Kelsey tried to read that, but she was just a little too late.
The lead is 3 for Team Harrison in the game. Westbrook for 3. Short. And Dia Jones doing a great job on the boards today, already with 6.
I mean, you mentioned her looking like Nas, but she is rebounding like Nas too.
Right?
Or rebounding like herself. Forget the comparison, rebounding like
I just got the doppelganger thing. When I look at them, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, who's on whose team this week? So ball out of bounds underneath with 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. It's a tight game in the quarter as well. Team Harrison on top by 2, trying to win a second quarter on the day, as is Team Sims. They split the first 2 quarters. Kirsten Bell kicking it to Colson, wide open 3.
And this isn't quite the run that we saw last time Isabel Harrison was out.
Yeah, it was like 7-0 in 50 seconds. Westbrook moving without the basketball, so that's a turnover. Team Harrison unable to add to its 3-point lead on that possession. This is an Odyssey Sims team that comes into this week, as a captain does Odyssey, 8 up and 4 down this season. Looking to improve on those numbers. Nothing but net, she's got 17.
I mean, with the contact too, but it's funny because you mentioned the turnover. Every time I hear turnover, I cringe a little bit because I know that's points off the board. It's so important to be so efficient in this league.
Oh, but a miss at the rim hurts you too. Wow, somebody's been in the weight room, and Dia.
Dang. This is my rebound, honey. Mine. I was unapologetic about it too. Getting those hands on the ball. This is just textbook. Get those hands on the ball and just don't let it be pried from your hands.
So we got a jump ball. Taking a look at the in-game leaderboard, no surprise, Odyssey Sims on top with 199 points. She leads all scorers with 17 points, perfect at the free throw line, also has 4 dimes as well.
By any means necessary, Odyssey says. By any means necessary. She didn't actually say that.
But it was a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I feel you.
Let me not misquote.
Bell knew it. She lost the handle. So that will go back to the team in purple, Team Harrison. And you can see off the turnover, Bell nicked 10 points right there. Bad basketball plays cost you, good ones benefit you. And then the biggest way a player can move up the leaderboard is by winning quarters, 50 points per player on the roster, and by games, 150 points for every player on the roster when a game is won.
We need to get a player back in chair chat so I can ask them about that pressure.
Right? Evina Westbrook, 3 on the way, is good. Westbrook was feeling it in week 4 as she averaged 11 points a game and really started to understand the concept of AU here in her first season.
This is why I'm really, really excited that she's playing. I want to see what Avina Westbrook can do on a professional level, and just being able to see her shine and shoot more and more confidently as the weeks go by. Right here, let's see. Well, at least it was confident. She said, I'm going to pull this.
She confidently missed everything.
But you know what? It's fine. It's broadcast curse.
There we go. Well, that one's on you. You got to wear that one.
And we see them moving the ball around really, really nicely. That extra pass right there to find an open Avina on the corner, and so she can sink it.
So Team Harrison on top 51-47 in the game, and leading now in this third quarter by 3, 9-6. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Odyssey leaving it for Bellick. She blows the bunny. She knew it too.
I love a good alliteration moment.
Clarendon leading the Blake. They kick it back to the captain, Harrison.
You know, Davis was calling for that ball, but Kirsten Bell said, no, not on my watch. I'm going to stay on you, and that was good defense by KB.
Izzy with the mismatch defensively takes advantage. Harrison now with 14 points. Bell, triple on the way, no. And Burton is there for the rebound and on the run. Clarendon, the safety valve, as the point guard, always playing smart basketball. You can just mark it down with the Sharpie.
And you see Isabel Harrison telling her to slow down, slow it down.
Jamaris Davis stepping around. Okay, Jamaris. So now the lead is 7 in the quarter and in the game as well. Odyssey Sims trying to shake and bake against Burton. Terrific defense from Veronica Burton as Odyssey gets ticketed with the charge.
Terrific defense by Veronica Burton. It's just a complete sentence.
It's a 7-0 run for Team Harrison as Izzy and company want to win a second quarter on a beautiful Wednesday night in Dallas.
This is an amazing piece of work right here. This is amazing art. You have something that's representative of being unlimited. There are unlimited interpretations of this piece of art. And it almost looked like organized chaos, which is life in itself. It's about all the tiny brushstrokes that you make throughout time in order to get to that end result. And what you end up with is something beautiful. So shout out to the artist. I love it. I feel like an art geek right now. And this is dope, man. See, Athletes Unlimited always doing dope things. It's the place to be.
Sorry, that's inappropriate. All right, scratch that one. I should have just forwarded that to AU like this is a text, right? Shouldn't it be? No?
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops. I'm Mary Louise Cook, and I'm excited to be joined by Natasha Cloud. She is one of the team members of Team Hillman.
Come on, Team Blue. Come on, Team Blue.
Team Blue just came away. Big booty blue. Okay, why?
It sounded good. Big booty blue, what did it do? Okay, it sounded good though.
All right, cheers to that. Well, okay. What was that?
We was purple nurples last weekend, you know, you get it in middle school, and we broke the curse with 2 wins last weekend.
Okay, so what's Big Booty Blue looking to do this week?
We're trying to go 3-0 on the weekend and finish strong. But no, it's been great to be with Nas the last 3 weeks. It's really been a blessing. I feel like I turned my play around by being on our team and just being with a captain that exudes confidence into not only me, but other teammates too. So it's just fun to be out here every night playing with them. Down by 12 in 4 minutes when we come back, like that's special.
That is special. And this is a team that, again, you being with Nas before, you have experience certainly with coming back and being able to rally and get those wins. With this being your 3rd consecutive week with Nas as captain, what kind of confidence does that give you, just knowing that you have the experience working with her?
Absolutely. The common poisonous that it took tonight, the common poise that it took to win that game. Down 12, 4 minutes, we were never stressed. We just kind of stayed the course, made corrections when we need to. We're critical of each other when we needed to be in a very positive way, and we came out with a win. So I think that confidence and just, you know, getting to know each other, that chemistry for the last 3 weeks really carried over in today.
You only have 2 games left until an AU captain is crowned. 2 more games that you're getting to play in. What is your mindset heading into the last part of this week?
Just to finish strong for everyone, and I know that we want to play for Nas too. She's up there in that top 4, so I run through a wall for Nas, and I know everyone else feels that way too. So I know for each and every one of us, we're working hard to not only win, obviously, and win quarters, but we also want to win for our captains. The top 4, they're really fighting right now, so if we can move them up a spot or 2, that's what our focus is this weekend.
All right, well, best of luck to you and Team Blue.
Go Team Blue! You know what they do! Yeah!
Orange team, orange team, orange team, orange team, orange team.
What happens tonight, Mimi? Yeah, go Team Blue!
Team Blue!
Yeah.
Team Blue!
All right, and with that, I'm going to send it back to Cindy and Ari.
So if you think that players aren't having fun in this league, do not get it twisted. It is, everybody wants to win, but the joy that exudes off of every player in this league is palpable.
Absolutely, and then Natasha Cloud was talking about how she wants it for her captain, and it's that selflessness that you see. She might not be at the top of the leaderboard, but she's making such a difference within her team. I am fortunate enough that Natasha Cloud is one of my best friends, so I get that energy injected in my veins every single day, and just knowing how she leads and how she really forces you to be confident. She said exudes confidence, just forces you to be confident within yourself is something that's reflective in what you saw today.
Kelsey Mitchell just 1 point shy of 500 career after that bucket. As the teams continue to trade buckets here in the final minutes of the 3rd quarter. Team Harrison on top 62-53, but it's Team Harrison winning this 3rd quarter by 8 with a minute to go. A reminder, we've got a doubleheader on Friday. Team Sims will face Team Hillman in the 2nd half of the doubleheader, and Team Harrison will tip on the 1st game. So with 10 seconds on the shot clock, Kirby Burkholder dumping it into the captain, Harrison, beating Bellick. Boy, did she work hard for that bucket to get to 16 points.
Finding what she wants, doing Izzy things.
Odyssey Sims surveying, knowing she can't win the quarter, so now it's all about personal leaderboard points. Colson off the mark from 3. Great rebound by Burkholder. Terrific day at the office for her so far. 4 points, couple of rebounds, and 3 dimes. Okay, Kirby.
Okay, Kirby. Silent, but, you know, efficient. Effective is what I think.
Shot clock and game clock almost identical. Harrison thought about the 3, tried to get it into play zone. Shot clock is off. Sims with 1 to beat, bouncing to Colson. That was effective.
Just finding her teammate down there.
Sims not winning this quarter. And then a turnover.
I,
Veronica Burton cannot believe it. Like, wait, what? So Sims with a chance to score some more. But again, Harrison with a vapor lock on this quarter win and the 50 points per player that go with it. Colson inbounding 1.9 on the clock. Gets it to Carson. Step back, no, and that is how the third quarter will end. So Team Harrison wins the quarter 22-14 and pockets another 50 quarter win points per player on the roster. We have 10 more minutes to crown a winner in this one. Do come on back.
I just feel like you're such an inspiration to so many people and for so many different reasons. But what advice would you give your younger self?
That's one of the hardest questions, right? I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I feel like I've always been a person that you learn more from your failures and your mistakes than you do from your successes. Yeah. But through those failures and mistakes, those lessons that you learn make those successes a lot more like enjoyable, right? I think, it's really hard out here for young kids, but especially young women, and then adding on young Black women, right? Black and brown women. So just owning that, owning my Blackness, owning being Black is beautiful, Black joy, all those things that I kind of struggled to feel and embrace until I was in my 20s. Really just finding out who I was in my core and owning that.
Well, I appreciate you coming to chat with
appreciate
me, Bob.
you
You know that.
I got drool and...
Okay, we'll hug.
Give a hug.
Okay.
Young, blocked in the mid-range by Izzy. Cole with her head up, leaving it for Burkholder. Hudson with the spin and the finish.
Oh my gosh! It's every time. I wonder how many free throws she's taken. Because she yells every single, I don't think there's been a time she's driven and not yelled. We need that nail on Indy. Why are you so hard out on Indy? G, be more at the nail! Miracle.
Wow. you see Veronica talking about everything that we're thinking with Odyssey, everything we're thinking. It's funny, I was talking to the players before the game. They said Odyssey just likes to run whatever feels good. And so, you see her all over the place because she likes that. She likes to go with the flow. We're a vibes type of person.
So out of the quarter break, Plaisance finds herself right back in the box score with her third triple of the day. Not only does she lead AU in blocks with 19 on the season, she is just a bucket from range.
I mean, I keep flashing back to that volleyball moment with them. You can spike like that, you can block like that.
So a foul on the Bellick attempt at the rim. So they'll ticket Kelsey Mitchell for her third personal foul. And India Jones, the shooter. So Jones will go to the free throw line where she's shooting just 58%. But right now, Team Sims needs her to hit because at the very least, Odyssey wants to salvage this quarter win here in the fourth quarter.
We know Odyssey does not like to lose, so we're going to see how she groups them together. And that was the made one that will contribute to them coming back.
Yeah. In the first quarter, it was Team Harrison in purple winning big time by 13 points. And then Odyssey Sims and company bounced back and won the second quarter by a dozen. So we know that the team in gold has it in them. Will we see it? Kelsey Mitchell. She has scored 500 points career with that bucket.
You're gonna have to figure out how to stop that if you want to come back.
So 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Mitchell now with 13 on the day. Bellick in the lane, leaves it short. Burkholder is there for the rebound. Jones tried to take it away, unsuccessful. Clarendon ahead to Burkholder, little jumper, in and out. Jamaris Davis, woo, Burkholder gets the 2 points she wanted from the baseline. I love it.
Way to play to the end of that possession, way to play to the finish.
Kirby's got 6 to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists, her most balanced game since week 2 when she had 10 points and 6 rebounds. Odyssey Sims splitting defenders. Are you kidding me?
She said, I do not care who is trying to block my shot. I do not care if there are 2 defenders in the paint.
Another look at the milestone bucket for Mitchell.
And you see she gets the ball, steps back, and gets the exact shot she wants. Doesn't matter if it's inside or outside that three-point line, she will shoot that thing.
Mitchell 3, no. Jones battling for the rebound. She and Davis acting like that ball is a life force.
But you know what?
It so badly.
Davis has been playing like she just does not want to let that thing go. Will fight to the very end. And Jones is the same way. So you have 2 people that will fight to the end of the earth for that ball. And now we have a job.
So jump ball is the call. Jamaris Davis has been very successful here at AU. She's been in double figures 3 different times. She's finally in a new jersey for the first time this season. And this is somebody who just might mess around and earn a training camp invite in the WNBA just because of her ability to work hard, always be on the glass, and adapt. Because of all the different offenses that have been run throughout AU, the IQ and your ability to change on the fly benefits you, and Davis has only seen her minutes increase week to week.
Coaches really want to see that hard-working factor. We saw an example in Taj Cole last season with her being able to be awarded a training camp contract with Connecticut Sun. So Davis gives me that same type of heart energy, fight, 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 and so I'd like to see it as well. Cindy.
Kelsey Mitchell with the easiest steal she'll ever come across. Davis ahead of the pack, knows how to finish at the bucket.
Constant movement, constant coverage.
Look, and that's a page out of the Asia Wilson playbook, right? If you run, you will be rewarded.
There's that. Shout out to Asia Wilson.
Kelsey Mitchell spinning, doesn't get the floater to go. Battle for the rebound won by Danny McCray. McCray coming off an AU best last week of 19 and 8. Trying to get some more at the rim. Whistle blows.
That was a great way to just slow things down a little bit. Sydney just taking the ball, just drawing the contact with just getting people the chance to just breathe for a second.
Sid Colson at the stripe. She's shooting 89% at the free throw line.
Just composed as ever. We're gonna learn to stop jinxing people. We're gonna learn.
You kind of had the kiss of death vibe on these free throws. I didn't want to say it out loud.
Maybe it's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Colson with another opportunity. Gets that one to go. So Team Sims is looking up at Team Harrison, not only in the game score, but here in the quarter score. So Team Sims has only won 1 quarter today. And right now, this fourth quarter is the only one available to win this evening. As we take a look at the overall leaderboard, where Odyssey Sims has been in the top spot for 10 days in a row now. Her lead, while seemingly sizable, could shrink without these quarter wins and potentially a game win, because that is where players make the biggest moves. Harrison Short on the long-range shot. Odyssey is there for the rebound. She knows what's at stake. Little stutter step and gets the bunny.
The longest hesitation by Izzy B. She did not want to shoot that, but that was the best option right there.
So Team Harrison on top, 73-62 in the game, leading by a bucket here in this fourth frame. Harrison jump stop, doesn't get the roll.
Though she didn't make that one, that's the shot that she does want.
Colson getting into KB. This Bell-Davis matchup has been spicy. Kirsten, triple is true. Bell says, you gotta guard me at the three. I can sink him. 19 points for her on her third triple of the day.
It's week 5. We know better than that. We know better than that, leaving her open like that.
Little 6-0 run by Team Sims, and just like that, Izzy Harrison and company want time to talk about it. They saw a similar run in the second quarter, and they saw that quarter get away from them. And so Team Harrison wants to chat about it as our live leaderboard continues to scroll. A reminder, a player's biggest ability to move up the leaderboard comes from quarter wins and game wins. You get 50 points for quarter wins and 150 points for game wins. So Odyssey Sims at 58-29 total and counting, looking for another boost from a quarter win and possibly a game win to keep that vapor lock on the top spot. Athletes Unlimited Basketball is brought to you by the Air National Guard. To learn how you can serve your way, head to goang.com. Love to see what really is at stake here in the fifth and final week as Athletes Unlimited Basketball will hold its closing ceremony following Saturday's last game between Team Smith and Team Sims, recognizing the top 4 finishers on the leaderboard, including the champ, along with the league's all-defensive team, Defensive Player of the Year, and Teammate of the Year award recipient. Ari Chambers, chew on this. Team Sims has never led in this game, which to me says Team Harrison is acutely aware that they can be the stopgap to keep Odyssey from gaining more points here in this final week.
They're going to have to keep Odyssey from gaining more points in this final week. You know, you have to figure out a way. Clearly, she doesn't care how many people are on her. She's going to find her way to the basket some way, somehow, whether that's just splitting the defense or just going around them. Odyssey wants what Odyssey wants in that moment, and she's been able to be so effective this entire season getting the shot that she wants. So how do you stop her, you know?
Sims leads all scorers with 21 points. She also has 5 dimes to go along with 2 rebounds. But the fact that Odyssey has only been able to win 1 quarter so far, she's not advancing as far up the leaderboard as we have seen her do in a gold jersey, where on average they win 3 quarters out of the 4.
You know, this is a unique situation, but we knew that going in with her selections on draft day. We can thank Alyssa Smith for that.
Right, and Alyssa Smith snatching Jordan Canada. It's been a storyline for sure. Isabel Harrison gets the roll, an opportunity for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, as Harrison has 18 and 11. She continues to work so hard now with 3 double-doubles on the season.
As you see, she just does a little spin around and gets it in. Again, she loves to just get that ball right in the paint and just draw the contact right there.
Harrison gets it to go.
What I love most about Izzy B and her story is just that she's always been such a selfless person. You see her cause for the Lupus Foundation of America, and her sister Danielle are, you know, passing away from lupus, and she wants to raise awareness for it, and Danielle looking for a kidney. And you just know when you're one of 12 and you're playing for something, it's just adds that much joy that y'all mentioned last game to her.
100%. Clarendon with the steal and the finish. So that hurts Odyssey too. Turnover, minus points. Bell with the finish, as Izzy Harrison appears to be in some discomfort because of some moisture on the floor. So let's get this sorted. She's like, look, I don't slip on my own.
She said, get this up. Cannot afford this. It's week 5.
Right? I got new Chicago Sky teammates to impress.
Right.
Chicago Sky fans are going to love Izzy.
Izzy and Courtney.
Right.
That is two great new additions. I cannot wait to see how the energy that they bring.
Taking a look at where Izzy loses her footing. Oh, yeah. Jeez.
That had to be moisture because nothing was around her, and she's not clumsy. She's not a clumsy person.
Harrison needing just 1 point for her 9th 20-point game this season. She's leading her team with 19 points and 11 rebounds. As we mentioned, her 3rd double-double this season. Westbrook thought about the 3, drives, and hits. So Team Harrison on top by 4 in this quarter with under 5 to play. Colson has to pull it back out. Perfect point guard move, never giving up her dribble. Sims with the ball on the string, little blow by, and earns a trip to the free throw line. So it'll be Sims shooting free throws when we come back. Team Harrison with the lead in the game and the quarter. Spicy.
That took us like 15 seconds, more than that, like 20. We had like people, they would get the first part and then forget a later part, but we did good. I think it was a good finished product. I wish in another life that I wish in this life I had been a dancer. I feel like it's so cool to be able to just like hear counts and like get stuff so quickly. Like it takes me a minute, but once again, I've never been a dancer. But like Izzy can dance. We got people on the team who can dance. I don't think anybody's been like a trained dancer. Just, something to make sure you also having fun while we're out here playing basketball together and competing. Like it was just a cool little thing to do. We got a dancing group. We'll probably be dancing all week. It's March Madness, the big dance. All right, fans, so you can find me on Instagram at SidJColson. Tune in all season, but for behind the scenes looks, watch my IG, because I will be back on live.
Giving our choices, we using our voices, helping the voiceless. We stand for a cause, not fighting for straws. We changing the laws, we give it our all. It's a bigger picture, we paint the walls. We are unlimited. Look at the game, we changing it all. We unified on the front line for the one time, cause it's one grind, no divide. When we ride, use one voice, then we shine. Stand up now, unannounced. Hold on, hear me out. Say it loud, cause every moment really
Love the vibes. Isabel Harrison in a team huddle said as this 4th quarter was starting, the only focus should be, can we win this 4th quarter? And the rest will take care of itself. Now Sims and Bell have 42 points combined. The rest of the team just 25 points. But what's notable of that 42, Kirsten Bell has matched Odyssey with 21 points, and she's done it with better three-point shooting, and she has more rebounds. So Bell could mess around and take MVP votes away from her captain, which might cost her the whole darn thing at the end of the week.
I mean, this is week 5. Everything's down to the wire, right? Everything is down to the wire. Also, while we're here, let's talk about how Essence Carlson is a musical genius.
Oh, facts. Straight facts. How she manages a full-time job in the music industry while hooping, unbelievable.
You know who else has music taste and talent?
Jordan Canada.
Well, yes. And Courtney Williams.
Okay, Courtney. I've never heard Courtney sing.
She won't tell you.
Oh,
she has music videos out there.
She's hiding. Okay. All right, taking a look at the leaderboard. There you see Sims on top trying to win the whole darn thing. Nas Hillman closing, and Melissa Smith as well. Harrison deducted for 10 points because of the personal foul, sending Odyssey Sims to the free throw line. And I tell you what, she is vapor locked on what we are saying, because as soon as I said Bell might eclipse her, she went to the free throw line, scored 2. Here's 2 more. Doesn't get the roll on the first one, so she gets deducted 10 points, but she has another chance to make it up right here. Sims +4 for earning a trip to the free throw line, and then an opportunity to add with the free throw make. That's good for 10. So you see the 10 come off and then 10 go back on. Again, positive basketball plays rewarded, negative ones penalized, and that is the beauty of AU. Elite basketball is rewarded.
You know, Odyssey's very detail-oriented, so you don't think for a second she didn't know that.
She knows that math, man.
She didn't know that she was neck and neck with KB.
Harrison doesn't get the roll, but she earns a trip to the free throw line, and these free throws are huge because Team Harrison has just a 1-point lead here in this critical fourth quarter with those 50 win points for the quarter per player on the roster up for grabs. Harrison, perfect at the free throw line so far, gets the first one. To celebrate Champions Weekend, we're giving you 50% off the Unlimited Club. You can sign up now for just $10 to vote for MVP and help crown our 2023 champion. Head to auprosports.com/membership and use Champions50 to join the Unlimited Club today. So are you voting on your phone, Ari?
I am.
Ari?
It's okay. It's okay. I know why you said the Ari.
No, I said it. It's because I love McDonald's.
Because of Ari McDonald.
5 years with Arizona, and now she's a director of recruiting, and so a recruiting coordinator for Adia Barnes. I see her weekly, so that's why I have Ari on the brain. But I know you are RE. I promise, I promise, I promise.
I know you do.
And I told you before we started, it's going to happen once. So there was my once.
There was the once.
3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And I would like credit for hanging on till the very end of the doubleheader.
You did amazing,
man, I had it.
You did amazing.
Okay, so ball goes to Clarendon, and that's good news for Harrison with a 3-point lead here in the quarter and a 12-point lead in the game. So 150 win points on the line. But look, what we saw in game 1 with about 4 minutes to go, the script completely flipped. So
you can't count anything out. But you know what you said when Izzy B was on the free throw line, these are critical moments. Each possession is critical, and it's even more down to the wire as you get into the fourth quarter on week 5 of game 1. Especially when Odyssey drains things like that.
Ooh, okay, Odyssey. Help your personal point total. Now with 26 to lead all scorers. Clarendon, back-to-back double-figure scoring games for the first time in her AU career. Kelsey Mitchell getting the roll. She's got 15. Sims ahead quickly to Bell. That three's off the mark. Battle for the rebound, won by Danny McCray. Sims thought about
it. She did.
Good defensive recovery by Kelsey Mitchell. Shot clock getting low. Odyssey recognizing. Inside to India Jones, who earns a trip to the free throw line.
Now that was great patience by Jones. She knew Izzy was coming for her, and she just held onto that ball a little bit longer to put it up and get fouled.
Okay, so Harrison wants to talk about it. She's calling for a timeout as the captain of the team in purple. Again, The win, not in question. It's a 12-point lead, which is pretty comfortable with 2 minutes to go, but it's the lead in the quarter with Harrison only up 22-17 in this fourth quarter, where Harrison is looking to win 3 out of 4 and box out Sims from winning at least quarter win points and game win points. For every three-pointer made during this year's Athletes Unlimited basketball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 3,620 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. And the tree planting continues here in the second half of our doubleheader as these two teams have combined to hit 14 triples. That's 140 trees, Ari. That's a forest.
At this point, we have a whole jungle.
Right?
It's not just a forest, the whole just trouble.
The whole thing. So it is Andia Jones at the free throw line. Free throw line has been an issue for Jones so far here at AU, just 58% from the stripe rather, and she gets the first one. That's huge because it cuts into the Harrison lead for the quarter.
It looks like Odyssey and Sydney are discussing something. I don't know if it's game related, but it looks fun.
I hope it's game related with less than 2 minutes to go.
That's true.
So the lead is 3 for Team Harrison in the quarter. Mitchell, little stutter step, kicking it out to Westbrook. 3 on the way is good.
She held it a little bit longer. She knew she was open. She said, I can make this shot.
So the lead goes to 6 in the quarter. Odyssey Sims leading all scorers with 26. In and out, and the rebound winds up with Clarendon. They assess and slow things down because right now the clock is the friend of Team Harrison in purple, up by 6 in the quarter and by 15 in the game.
That's how fast these possessions come. We were just, watching them be down by 3 and now 6. And let's say
at
9.
The end of the shot clock, the captain, Izzy. Okay, then, she's got 23. Odyssey trying to step through, finds Colson. That's nice, but will it be enough? The margin is 7 for Team Harrison. Izzy looking at the clock and the score, trying to make sure her team does not let the lead go like Nalissa Smith's group did in game 1 to Team Hillman.
Yep, and
Kelsey Mitchell with a terrific take. She has got 17.
You saw Odyssey go up into a different gear the second part of that. She wants to speed up the tempo and just find her teammates as fast as possible to close that gap.
And Dia Jones, easy bucket. And now a stoppage as we've got a little more moisture on the floor.
And we have more trees going finding an open Avina and Izzy B right there. That's rack it up.
Okay, shout out to facilitator Zach Bunsick, who came into this game 6 up and 6 down on the season. It's his first year as a facilitator. He's a development guy with the Dallas Wings, works with some real sharpshooters like Enrique Agumbawale. You may have heard of her. Also worked with Harrison as well when she was with Dallas. The Team Harrison shooting numbers, staggering. Field goal percentage, 51%. Three-point percentage, 53%, and 91% from the stripe. That's going to win you some ball games.
And we see that happening right now. The time is winding down. Obviously, it's seeming like Team Harrison is locking it down, has secured it. But with stats like that, Cindy.
Kirsten Bell with a nice finish. So the lead just 5 here in the quarter with under 20 seconds to play.
And Izzy's saying, relax, relax, we're up. You don't have to go that fast. You don't have to push tempo like that. Just let's slow it down a little bit, finish out the possession, and just finish out this game.
Shout out to my stats guy, Rob Carolla. He always makes me look really smart. Izzy doesn't get the roll. Ahead to Odyssey Sims, pass broken up, and that should do it. So the lock on the quarter points goes to Harrison as Team Harrison wins the fourth and final quarter for a third quarter win on the day. So that's 150 points in quarter wins and 150 points for the game win. A nice 300 to help Captain Izzy Harrison climb up that leaderboard.
Climbing up the board, and we knew going into this game this is not a familiar roster for Odyssey. She's had the luxury of playing with exactly who she's wanted to play with. So how can she adjust from this game to next game? How can she make sure that it's not just her and KB or Christy Bullock? There's so many KBs. Kirsten Bell. How can we make sure that you distribute the ball more? How can it be top to bottom a little bit more? The depth of Izzy B's team really shine right now.
So Izzy improves to 2-2 this season as a captain. And as we look ahead to Friday, what will winning only one quarter and losing the game do to Odyssey Sims' title chase as she drops to 0-1 on the week? Courtney Williams, shout out. She was a captain who went 3-0, and we haven't seen that since, so good for her. But right now, Odyssey Sims might be in trouble. We don't know how the MVP votes will shake out. Odyssey Sims did lead all scorers in this game, but that doesn't mean anything. We saw Nalissa Smith do that all last week and not get a single MVP nod.
I do not want to be on the receiving end of Odyssey's revenge. She is going to make sure that this does not happen again. I can guarantee you that.
100%. So it is Team Harrison winning the game 94-80 and locking up 300 leaderboard points along the way. Be sure to join us on Friday night at 6 Eastern for another doubleheader of Athletes Unlimited basketball. Cheryl Swoops, the Hall of Famer, will be back for that one and for the rest of the way. Thanks for filling in. Ari Chambers, you rocked it. Mary Louise Cook and our entire crew, we thank you for watching. I'm Cindy Brunson. Good night from Dallas. Enjoy the day.